Welcome back from our previous videos. Today we are going to talk about something very sensitive, of which where people find very uncomfortable to tell a friend or somebody else that they have this kind of problem. So what are we talking about today? Bad breath. Many people find it very, very difficult to tell a loved one or a family member that they have bad breath. Why? Because it is actually an embarrassing situation and it causes a lot of people anxiety. But today, whether it is you or somebody you know has this problem, we are going to give you some tips of what you can do. But first, we are going to talk about the causes. And before we talk about those causes, if you are new to this channel or if you are watching this video for the first time and you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. The subscription button is around this corner. Just look down here, the red button, click on it. When the bell shows up, click on that bell so that you get notified each time we upload a new video. So, bad breath. There are many causes of bad breath, but you are going to pick out the common ones, the ones you can do something about, and the ones that are well known. And basically, those ones are just five common ones. The first one that we all know is about oral hygiene. Well, it is assumed automatically that if your mouth is smelling, it has bad breath, you automatically have poor oral hygiene. Well, it is one of the known causes, that's not the only one, as we are going to see later. That is just one of the five. So, in poor oral hygiene, what do we mean? You could be brushing, but you are brushing the wrong way. Maybe you are brushing in the morning only, or you are not brushing after eating certain foods. And remember, in our previous video, we already explained the effect of not brushing and following the right pattern. So you need to follow that pattern. Brush after every meal and make sure, in addition to that, you do flossing. What flossing does is that it removes food particles from in between your teeth, where the toothbrush cannot reach. Secondly, we have a problem of infection. So you could be brushing well, but you have infection. This infection can be from different sources. It could be directly from the mouth. Maybe you have wounds in the mouth, or maybe you have sores, or if you are one of the unfortunate ones who have cancer of the mouth and you have developed a wound, it can surely cause bad breath. But the infection can also come from somewhere else. Infection can come from the throat, for example. It can come from the sinuses. It can come from the nose and cause you bad breath. In fact, it can even come as far as from the stomach. And then you have bad breath. Then we assume automatically is that you are not brushing well. But in actual sense, you could have tried to brush frequently, but you still have that problem. So that could be one of the causes. The other one is what is also common. And foods, yes, foods, what we eat. You know, not everyone eats the same kind of food and has the same effect. Some people can eat onions all day, and once they brush, the smell goes off. Some people, it can last even after brushing. There are people who eat garlic daily, even raw garlic, but they still don't get any problem with their teeth as long as they brush. But there are some people, just after eating that garlic, even if they brush, the smell still remains. So those foods can also cause you bad breath. Another thing that many people are not aware of, the third cause, is the effect of dry mouth. In our previous videos, we have already talked about the importance of taking adequate amount of water. However, not taking water is not the only cause of dry mouth, even though it is the commonest. If you don't take enough water, then it means your salivary glands are going to have trouble producing saliva. And this saliva is important. If you don't have it, then food gets stuck in your mouth and decays and then causes you bad breath. But it's not the only reason for dry mouth. Sometimes it is a disease somewhere in your general system, causes you an effect of having a dry mouth. The other reason could be you may be having an illness and you are given a prescription. That prescription can have an effect of causing you a dry mouth, reduced saliva secretion. But also, you could be having swellings somewhere or water accumulation somewhere in your body, and they give you medicine which is deliberately designed to drain that water. But this medicine is not selective. It will not drain the water only from that affected part. It will also give you an effect in your mouth. So you end up with a dry mouth. So when you have that dry mouth, it causes food to stick on your teeth, as I have said, and then it decays and gives you bad breath. The other thing is lifestyle. Lifestyle, what do we mean? If you're a person who likes chewing tobacco, if you're a person who likes smoking, these days I hear there's a smoking of shisha. I hope I'm saying it correctly. But yeah, such habits can also damage your mouth, not just the teeth, but the mouth. And once they have an effect in the mouth, then it can start giving you bad breath. But I won't forget the other cause is if you have untreated teeth. For example, if you have teeth with big holes and these holes trap food, even if you try to brush, even if you floss, even if you gargle, this food will still remain in your teeth. And once they decay, they will give out bad odor. So these cavities must also be sorted out. Sometimes, of course, it is a disease of the gums. We have a disease of the gum that actually causes the gum to rot. So that process of the gums rotting will definitely give out bad breath. So basically, even though there are 5 major causes of bad breath, we also have others, smaller ones. But these 5, or let me just say these 6, if we are including the cavities also, because it's not a direct cause, but if we include it also, then they become 6 causes. Those are the known ones of bad breath. So once you have bad breath, what should you do? If you know that you have bad breath and you don't know the cause yet, you can try these home remedies first, even before you come to us, the dentist. Improve, number 1, improve your brushing. Brush consistently. Don't brush today, tomorrow, you just in a hurry, and that's it. In fact, we encourage you to carry your toothbrush even to your workplace. Even if you are working in, say, in a taxi park, even if you're a driver of a bus or a taxi, and you think this lunchtime will get you in a place where your brushing is not convenient, please carry your toothbrush. You can always find where to brush from. It's not a heavy thing that's going to give you weight. Just carry your toothbrush and brush, preferably after every meal. In fact, I don't know what better motivation is there to brush than if you have bad breath and you want to get rid of it. That should be motivation enough for you to carry your toothbrush and you brush whenever you eat something. Secondly, you can also use what people commonly call mouthwash, even though it's supposed to be called mouth rinses. However, you need to be careful. Mouthwashes which have alcohol in them have been suspected, because evidence is not yet sufficient to declare completely, but it has been suspected to contribute into causing oral cancer. So please, for now, even though the evidence is not sufficient, avoid mouthwashes which contain alcohol. What you should be looking for is a mouthwash which has antibacterial properties, but without alcohol. Alcoholic mouthwashes are not good. As a matter of fact, alcohol in itself has a tendency to dry the mouth. So you might be trying to solve the problem, and what you're using is making it worse. So avoid mouthwashes which have alcohol. Thirdly, when you're brushing, never forget to clean the tongue. Well, there are other things that you can use for cleaning the tongue, like a tongue scraper, but even just a toothbrush. When you're buying a toothbrush, make sure that at the back of that toothbrush, it has a design which can easily clean the tongue. Even though you can actually brush the tongue with the bristles. But sometimes it is better that you use the part which is used for cleaning the tongue to clean it, other than just brushing it. So clean the tongue, because if you don't, it is going to form crusts. Those crusts will become home of bacteria. And this bacteria is the one that is going to cause food which is trapped there to decay and cause you bad breath. So make sure you clean your tongue. The fourth thing you can do, if you are one of those people who wear dentures, and by dentures we mean the plastic ones, the removable ones. You know, in strict terms in dentistry, even the fixed one is a denture. But for now, we are referring to one which is removable. Please make sure you follow your dentist's instruction of caring for those dentures and yourself. Make sure you remove them when you're supposed to remove. Make sure you clean them thoroughly, because some food particles might escape and hide under that denture. And when that food stays there, then it will decay and then give out bad odor. So please remove your dentures, have them cleaned thoroughly, and then you can put them back on. Next, dry mouth. Well, we have talked about this over and over again. Never underestimate the power of drinking water. Drink plenty of water. Once you drink plenty of water, you will be well hydrated. And that means that even your salivary gland will be having a good capacity to produce you sufficient amount of saliva. And this will keep your mouth well moist. And the benefit is that the saliva will be washing out all the food particles that may be hiding. And you swallow. And then you will have nothing hiding and decaying in your mouth and causing you bad breath. If your dry mouth is being caused by medication, you can as well try to take plenty of water. Increase your water intake. Usually we advise that under room temperature, everybody should be taking about 3 liters of water. Once you are no longer staying under room temperature, then your water intake should automatically increase to beyond 3 liters. That means that even if you are walking around are not sweating, your water intake should be more than 3 liters. And if you are sweating, then it should be more. Try to increase your water intake. If you are being given drugs because you have water accumulated somewhere in your body and they want it drained, and it is having an effect in your mouth, just take more water. It will help with that. Alternatively, you can buy sugar-free gum. We talked about this one in our video of tooth decay prevention. You buy any gum which has sweeteners other than sugar. The sugar ones are not really recommended, but the sugar-free ones are good because of 2 reasons. One, the chewing itself, if you have food trapped in the crevices of your teeth, the gum can pick those small particles. But the real reason is that the act of chewing the gum stimulates the glands to produce saliva. Once you have this saliva flowing well, then it prevents the effects that are caused by dry mouth. Alternatively, you can discuss with your physician what effects you are having and consider the possibility of changing your medication. If you try all that and it's not working, you have considered the possibility of changing your medication and it's not working, you can actually get artificial saliva. Your dentist should be able to prescribe this when the need arises, and then you can supplement. Then you would have successfully dealt with the issue of dry mouth. Next, earlier on, we talked about spices. So what do you do if you're a person who is ever eating these spices? You can either stop or regulate the onions, the garlic, and other spices that cause bad breath. You can surely regulate these spices, and then you would have reduced your chances of having bad breath. Finally, if all this fails, you have tried the brushing, you have tried the gum, you have changed your lifestyle, you have modified your diet, you have stopped the smoking, and all that, and you still have bad breath. My friend, it is time to schedule an appointment with your dentist. It means now the cause cannot be managed by you. Now, what will the dentist do when you go there? The dentist will have a thorough examination to be sure whether your brushing was actually adequate, whether you have no gum disease, whether you have no cavities, or you don't have any other coatings in the mouth. In other words, the dentist will find out if the cause of your bad breath is within the mouth or is not within the mouth. If it is within the mouth, then it will be sorted. If it is a tooth that has decayed grossly and maybe it is remaining with rotten roots, the roots will be removed. If it is holes that need to be filled, they will be filled. If it is maybe cleaning of the teeth that you need, the cleaning will be done. If the problem is with your gums, the gums will be worked on, and then your problem will be solved. But there are also other things that the dentist can do. If the problem is not within the mouth, as I said earlier, the problem could be in the nose, it could be in the sinuses, it could be the tonsils, it could be the throat, it could even be as far as from the stomach. If that is the case, your dentist will be able to refer you to the right hands. If you are referred to the specialist that deals with the digestive system to check if the problem is coming from the stomach, they will do investigations to establish whether the problem is in the stomach. It can also refer you to the specialists which deal with the ear, nose, and throat. Those ones will also do their own investigations and establish if the problem is within that area or not. But all in all, if you have tried your home remedies and they are not working, please visit your dentist and you'll put an end to this embarrassing situation. It can be solved, it can be worked on, and you can return to your normal life. By the way, if it is somebody else, find a nicer way of telling them that their breath is. And then somehow help them out. Because they may not be knowing. There are so many people who have bad breath, but they are not aware. And of course, we also have those who say, I have bad breath, but when they don't have, or they have the mild form, but they think it is severe. But today we are talking about those who actually have. Please help them. That's what friends and family are for. You are to be one another's keeper. I hope that you have learned something from this video, what would cause bad breath, and what you can do at home, and what you can do when your home solutions have failed. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please keep watching and we'll bring you more videos. And don't forget to subscribe. The subscription button once again is around this corner. Just check down here. There's a red button there. Click on that button. The bell will show. Click on the bell and you'll get notified each time we upload a new video. If you have questions, if you have comments and compliments, you can leave them at the comment section. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.